How are you all? Today I'm introducing the Pittsburgh Pro to the channel. We're going to check out the open category, which was stacked. A lot of interesting things have happened, and we're going to see men's physique, where there was a big surprise, honestly. The classic competitors will compete today, later in the evening, US time. I'll bring you the video tomorrow as soon as possible. Let's start with the open category, the rematch. This time, Krizo made it and beat Tony Oberton. I love it because it was very exciting. In New York, Oberton won with an incredible package, great aesthetics, proportions and symmetry. He beat the huge mass of Krizo, but this time in Pittsburgh, the mass monster, Mitchell Krizo, came out on top. And I think among other things, it's because he's been doing a lot of posing work, which Tony Oberton has also done and improved, but Krizo was the one who struggled the most with it, and now he's posed much better. And I would swear that he's also gotten a lot sharper. His conditioning is a bit better, he looked even leaner to me. But I would also say that he came in looking even fuller. I don't know how he did it. In my opinion, he looked better than in New York. Burton also looked really good, but they were so evenly matched. Apparently, Krizo has improved a bit more than Tony Oberton during this week. And that little bit he was missing was enough to win. I have to say though, that the score surprised me a bit, because while in New York they were separated by just 1 point, here it seems the judges were clear and gave Krizo the win almost unanimously. And I don't completely agree, I think they were really evenly matched and either one could have won. Krizo is a beast, yes, he's got size and definition, but he also has bad back poses, a bad abs and thigh pose, a bad front lat spread, he's very unaesthetic, wide waist, and Tony, even though he's smaller and has similar definition, is just much more balanced really. He has a much better line, but apparently they've rewarded Krizo's mass and pure open bodybuilding, which I don't think is bad either. Let's go with third place, which I'm glad to see here, Brandon Curry. In the last competitions he's been in, he's done pretty well, I have to say. He seems to be taking bodybuilding more seriously now, which makes me happy. He came in with a massive torso for his frame, but his legs, well, they leave something to be desired. He wasn't super shredded, but he didn't look bad either. And I think yes, he deserved that third place. I definitely liked him more at the Arnold. In fourth place, and I was also quite happy about it, was Sasan, who was very close to Brandon actually in terms of points. Sasan has already competed several times this season. You know, he's a guy who never stops competing, he loves it. In fact, he's already qualified for the Olympia, but still, he wanted to compete again and he brought a shredded look. He came out completely peeled. Well, I'm talking about his definition, okay? Just in case. Spectacular conditioning really, very extreme. He came out looking chiseled. It's amazing that he's the most defined in the top group, yet only placed 4th. And that there are so many men who basically showed up in off-season shape. We've seen Brandon who, well, but just wait for the ones coming next, 5th and 6th place. Sasan's tiny arms are a shame. Soon I'll improve them with Photoshop in a video, you'll see. Honestly, it's not a harmonious physique, that's just how it is. But still, very good, I liked it. Now let's go with Blessing Awodibu. He ended up in 5th place, I can't believe it, I would have put him in 6th. Okay, he came in a little more defined than Brandao. Not by much, from the back he's a bit soft. But I don't think he's good enough to be 5th, I'm sorry. His legs are super flat, unbalanced, his obliques stick out a lot and really mess up his physique. I don't like it at all. I thought he'd finish 5th or 6th, but I mostly saw him in 6th, especially since Brandao has dropped to 6th. What a rough streak he's on. He did even worse than in the last competition. The glute is totally off, the back is soft, from the front he looks fine, but from behind he's really out of condition. He failed again, once more bringing a soft look. And it's a shame. He fires one coach, hires another, then does the same. That coach will probably end up getting fired too. I keep saying that I see huge potential in this guy. If he put on a lot of muscle on this frame and really got defined, he could win whatever he wanted. He can't possibly come in 100%, what a shame. Wellington Baptista came in 7th, and I also mentioned him in the prediction video. And here's the top 15 list so you can check it out, because now we're going to talk about men's physique, where Lee Bilal took a big hit. He was the favorite to win. He'd been winning several competitions in a row and placing very well at the Olympia, and people were saying he could be the next men's physique Olympia champion, and I still think so. but he has been defeated by Kieran Holden. If you said he's an open competitor in swim trunks, I'd believe it. What a tank. I've watched Kieran for years and always feel he's just too massive, you know? That said, with a well-shaped, slim, controlled waist, actually even slimmer than Ali Bilal's, right? This guy has a bit more of a T-shape. And well, Ali has a bit more of a V-shape, right? They're two different shapes. They have different bodies, but he has a slimmer waist than Ali. And even though it's not so defined, not so sculpted, it's still a very good midsection. The torso is spectacular, amazing pecs. A broad guy, good lats. I think his back is also very good. Ali's is also quite broad, but I think what let him down is that he came in a little less sharp than last time. Honestly, I think so. I think he didn't come in with that chiseled look, super dry with that paper-thin skin. He came out a little soft, a bit watery, at least in my opinion. And maybe that's why Kieran got the advantage and took first place. At least from the front, Kieran wins for me. In third place, Edvan Palmera, and in fourth place, Erin Banks. Another tough blow for poor Erin, from winning the Olympia back in, what year was it? 2022, I think. Finishing fourth in a pro show against these guys, Erin looks spectacular from the back, right? But from the front, she seems a bit flatter and softer than the rest. In fifth place is Victor Chavez, who is the winner of the Arnold. By the way, he won a competition just a few days ago. I'll mention it in the news section. Here's the list of competitors if you're interested. That was the best of the Pittsburgh Pro. The classic competitors still need to compete. I'll cover them in the next video, including the invitational posing and guest posing, so you won't miss anything. If I think the results were fair. In men's, yes, without a doubt. In open, I would say yes too, but I actually saw it as much closer than what the judges said. They likely didn't follow the usual plan, like Antonio got New York, so Criso gets Pittsburgh. Nah, I don't think so. I think Criso actually came in improved. With them so evenly matched, that's exactly what he needed to stand out, and he deserved it. Let's assume that's true. He really improved his weak points and posing. It was about time. By the way, the entire top 4 in the competition was already qualified for the Olympia. They're here taking away the spot from someone else, and I don't think that's a bad thing. This way we have fewer competitors, but of a higher level. I also want to tell you that you have a 10% discount at masmusculo.com by using the link in the description and pinned comment and the code ARIS. National product, shipping to Spain, all kinds of sports supplements, peanut butter, protein cream, energy bars. I'm not going to lie, I basically live off that stuff. Tomorrow I'll bring you the classic physique division. Hope you enjoyed the video. This is Aris YT Culturismo signing off. See you next time. Goodbye.